create some of those vibes.
And that's a dope. So how long this album been in like in the makings?
We just thought about what we wanted to do probably for about 2 years, but it took us 4 months to make the album.
Well, that's a quick turnaround. 4 months. That's not bad.
Yeah, yeah. We still moving with young energy.
For sure. For sure we are. I mean, we used to take 2 years to do an album. Can you imagine that? That's a long time.
That is a long time to do 2 years, right? I mean, if you think about it, because I grew up at that time too, right? It's been so long of doing of music. Now it's so quickly. What changed between the times you know previously made albums than making it now?
Just our approach, how we able to do it. I've been working with Jay since he was super, super young. And right now, for us to do a record, that's my brother. All we got to do is say, okay, we're gonna do A, B, and C, and then he'll know exactly what I'm talking about, and I know exactly what he's talking about. So that cuts down half of the time right there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, right? Just knowing what you're gonna do, and a person knowing how to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So that cuts out half the time. So once you have the music, writing the songs is easy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But everything is about catching a vibe first.
Right. Slum Village in the building, man. The legendary group. And T3, you are the original member. And then and the group went through so many members, and RJ is in it now and been down with it for a while. Tell me a little bit about your journey with this and why you just keeping Slum Village alive. Most people would just say, once it's broken, I'm not broken, once we done, we're done. We're not doing it anymore. But you keeping this going.
Yeah, I kept it going for a couple of reasons. Number one, when Dilla left the group, he told me to keep it going. So he didn't want the legacy to die. You know what I'm saying? Even with him leaving and doing his thing at MCA. And then the same thing with By 10. So they always told me to rep the flag. And then once both of my past members they passed away, I really wanted to keep it going. You know what I'm saying? So. I think, Detroit, Slum Village has pioneered a lot of things in Detroit, and it's good to see something going, continuously. And the fan base is another reason. If the fans wasn't in the stands, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? And, I guess I couldn't do it, but the fans are actually, and our fans are getting younger and younger. So, which means people are handing our music down from people my age to like their children. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And RJ, tell me about when you first came into the group, especially as a producer. And the feelings of big shoes. We talk about Jay Dilla, legendary Jay Dilla, and you putting your sound into the Slum Village history.
Well, it started back with Volume 2, producing on Climax.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've been, like T was saying, is I've been around since what people would consider the beginning. And the
Mm-hmm.
rest was just, you know, like Dilla would tell us, look, man, you can be inspired, but do you? You know,
Mm-hmm.
being inspired don't mean copying. So, that's what we focus on. Just making what we want to make. Not necessarily worrying about trying to create a hit or something like that. We just want to make what feels good to Slum Village. And that's what we continue to do.
And you guys make dope music. You can say it. You can say you make dope music. Talk about it. And I think what's really dope about you guys is when we talk about great groups, right? When we talk
Mhm.
about Onyx, Mobb Deep, Wu-Tang Clan, Tribe Called Quest, you guys' names are up there. A lot of groups just break up, but you guys really continue this on and really impact a culture. And
Well, the thing is T3 is my brother. I've been knowing T3 since I was 6 or 7 years old. So you talking about over 30 years of me knowing him. So
Mhm.
it's different than somebody who's just coming in that met T at 22 years old when everything was all good and the group is already signed. Them completely different
Right.
circumstances. So me holding the Slum Village flag and supporting T with keeping this slum thing going is what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like he
Right.
said, that's what they asked us to do. and I enjoy doing it. You know what I'm saying? Who wouldn't want to travel the world and make good music with their brother?
And make great music. And this crazy world of hip hop T3, man, we just a lot of things going on, man.
Yes.
How do you survive? How did you stay out the mess? That's the
That's
question.
funny. You know what? I stay out the way. The Slum Village stay out the way. We do a lot of touring. You know
Uh,
what I'm saying? And we so even when we're not doing making music, we do a lot of touring, and we do a lot of dates. So we do a month in Europe, then we go to Japan, and then we do Australia, then we do the States, and then we just do it. And we've been doing that every
that's
year
dope.
for the last 20 years. So just imagine that. You know what I'm
But that
saying?
says
So
something though. That says
yeah.
something about you guys' music, RJ. That says something about your music that people are still willing to hear you or listening to you, even if you didn't even drop an album or new music.
Yeah, I think for them it's about the just the fact that we take our time and to make sure we're putting out something worth fans listening to. You know, we not just dropping just to drop because we got a release date. And we put our heart and soul into the music.
And
So
you
and
can
I
hear it.
think that translates to the fans and they like it, which makes it timeless.
And we're talking about the new world of streaming, the new world of AI, the new world of music business.
Hmm.
How do you feel about it now than it was 20 years ago? Do you got control of your career now?
Yeah. We got full control over our career. We put our own records out. We got our own distribution. Um, we picking what we want to put out first. You know, us and our consortium of people, our think tank, and you know, it's I like it because you can drop when we want to drop, and we can drop what we want to drop. Um, you can't beat that. Back in the day, you used to have to go to the label, ask them, is this the record y'all hear? That's a hit, and then hopefully they get behind it. Now we can bypass all of that and just say we believe in it and put our money up and make it happen.
So the age of the T3, the age of the gatekeepers is over, pretty much.
I mean, yeah, I like that. It's more Wild Wild West. You know, I think it's harder in some ways and it's easier in some ways. It's harder because it's so much music and you got so much
Mm-hmm.
competition.
Mm-hmm.
But it's easier in a way, like you said. It's Wild Wild West. You can do what you want to do. You can spark one joint and it becomes a viral sensation. So you know you do have a chance to get your stuff out there. You know what I'm saying? We're just lucky that we already have a fan base, so we don't have to do a lot of work like a up and coming new artist would do. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. And it's easy for you guys. So you guys touring all the time, got this new album. What is the reaction to the new album so far?
We've been getting a lot of love, lots of love. Shout out to everybody who got on the album. You know, Robert Glasper and his son and Corday and Brittany
Larry
Carter,
June.
Larry June, the Dramatics. You know what I'm saying? So we be getting a lot of love. We get a lot of great reviews, even with places that usually wouldn't give us great reviews, is giving us great reviews. So we've been getting a lot of love, and the touring is definitely multiplied times 10. So now we get so many days. It's crazy.
Crazy, man. When
Yeah.
you coming through Cleveland?
That's a good question. We do need to come to Cleveland. I love Cleveland. Shout out to Cleveland.
Yeah, my family from Cleveland, so I'm gonna come up there for a barbecue. Now I don't know when the show going down, but the
No, well,
barbecue was
listen,
cracking.
listen, you gotta come through the station, and I'm tell you what, your music will be uploaded into the station because I am the music director and program director here, so you don't got to worry about that. The music we're going to be played, but I love that you guys are touring like that, and it shows that being in the game for so long, where hip hop has come.
Right.
Right? Do you think hip hop would be at 50 or more? Did you think of that?
No, it was
Um,
just a part of life for me. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
grew up with hip hop already being there. So that would be more so a question for T. What
well,
what
I
about you,
felt
bro?
like you said, like Biggie said, who knew hip hop would make it this far? I didn't think it was gonna be this far, but now hip hop is turned into everything. I saw the first part of hip hop when it was just the fundamentals when it was breakdancing, graffiti, this
Hmm.
beatboxing, rapping, and DJing. Now hip hop is your clothes, it's everything. You know what I'm saying? It's a culture now. It's a lifestyle.
It is a lifestyle. It's crazy. Super the DJ said was up. Part of
Oh, tell
our
him I
little
said what up.
DJs.
Tell him I
Yeah,
said
that's
what
What
my
up.
up,
guy.
Soup?
Yeah, Super's my guy, man. Really, really good guy. He actually got a show on the station with me. I listen when we talk about I'll call hip hop the new pop music. Can I phrase it? Is it the new pop? Are
I
we
think
there
it
yet?
is. I think it's
I mean, we're
definitely
the number one
popular
genre in
music.
the world.
Yeah, it is the biggest genre in the world, and it's definitely popular music. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
that's what I mean.
saying?
Popular. Yeah, yeah. I don't want people to think it's pop like I'm talking about
Yeah.
throwback pop. But yeah, so how does listen to the new album and I love the vibe. I just love that sound. Have you ever thought of it's like, okay, we could throw a couple bops out there just to show people we can do it.
Right, right. That's
Have
true.
you ever thought about that? I mean, have you thought about because it's not like you guys never had like you guys got records, right? Records that I still play, records that I still play with if I have a Sunday night set and a nice, nice lounge. Like it is bops that you guys have. Do you ever thought, okay, let's just throw these out here just to show you guys we can do it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we got some sitting in the can. It's just when we want to put them out.
Okay.
For sure,
Okay.
we definitely got them.
95.9 FM. We have Slum Village, T3 and RJ keeping the legendary group alive, touring. What is the best thing about touring? What's the most funnest thing about touring that you look forward to?
Jay, go ahead.
Well, RJ, let me hear it. Let me hear it.
For me, honestly, it has changed over the years. Now I'm at the point where I'm like, I really want to be able to enjoy the city, seeing the sights. Like for a long time, it was just airplane, land, hotel, and then venue, whatever you can see in between there. So now, like, the last tour we took a couple days off in Paris and finally got a chance to go to the Eiffel Tower, see some stuff. So, for me, it's more so seeing the sights, you know what I'm saying? At this point.
What's the your favorite country? Start with you, T3. Favorite country.
Favorite country would probably be Japan. I really love Japan because it's so much to do, so many things to do in Japan. So I love that. That's one of my, and you can really record dig for real out there.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's where I need to be at then. What
Yeah.
about you, RJ?
Uh, he said Japan already, so I'm gonna go with Africa.
Oh, which one? Which country in there?
Durban was dope, and Johannesburg was dope.
Nice. So those two spots I have not been to. Me and my wife we're avid travelers right now, and so my favorite spot was Fiji.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we end up here. Catch this, guys. This past February, we went to Antarctica.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
In the wintertime?
Yeah, well, February is actually their summertime. It's close to their
Ah,
summertime. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
all
So when
right.
yeah, so by way of Argentina, so we flew into Argentina, visit Argentina, Buenos Aires, and then we went to Antarctica.
How
Oh,
did
that's
you
dope.
like it?
That's dope.
Oh,
That's dope.
great! It was everything you imagine it to be. Get to see the whales, got to see the penguins and orcas, all types of things. And Argentina was fabulous. So Antarctica, it'll be Fiji then Antarctica.
Okay.
Wow,
So,
that's dope. That's dope.
so we're avid travelers. So I'm trying to make it around the world. That's it. I'm just trying to travel. I got to figure out how to DJ and become one of them top DJs and be able to tour like that. And figure out. We got Slum Village in the building, a legendary group out of Detroit. And let's get back into Detroit music, man, because you guys have a vast sound. You can't say what's the Detroit sound. You can tell what the Detroit sound is right now with the younger kids coming out. We talk about 42 Doug, I think Skrilla Baby, and all them other guys that are coming out. But Detroit is so versatile. What makes the city like that when it comes to rap music, from underground hip hop with bars to the current sound now with sweeping the nation of hip hop?
I think that we always try to do something original, and you got to think when we was listening to hip hop, we would listen to everything. So we would listen to the NWA while listening to Tribe Called Quest. all at the same time while listening to pop music, 80s pop or 90s pop at that time. So Detroit is a mixture of all of that, and plus, we got the techno. So everybody is creating their own little version of it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So that's why Big Sean don't sound like Slum Village, who don't sound like Eminem, who don't sound like everybody just got their own lane. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that about Detroit because we always find a new way to redefine ourselves.
And I love that. And in general consensus where I hear from Detroit that everybody generally works with each other. They generally have mad respect for each other if you in the craft for real. And I think other cities like Detroit need to take a blueprint from you guys. When I talk about Cleveland music, I'm like, everybody said, well, Cleveland don't have a sound. And I would say, well, Detroit got 1,000,001 sounds. If you know who all came from Detroit and they make it work.
Yeah.
Like you guys come from the underground. How does that work? Like, how does that scene work in the underground?
Well, I did come from the underground. It was dope. It was a small scene. We went to this spot called a Hip Hop Shop, which was a clothing store, and we used to do freestyle and freestyles and battles on 7 Mile in Detroit. So we did that a lot. And then you had this other spot on Fridays called St. Andrews, where they played all the dope hip hop music at that time, and you can give them your cassette or CD, and he'll premiere your music if it was dope, and play it, right for the crowd. And that's the reason why, how we kind of got a following, without nobody really even knowing us. You know what I'm saying? That we just premiered a lot of music there, and just build up a following in our hometown.
What about you, RJ? Where do you get your sound from? Where do you get when you talk about when you were coming up out of Detroit and you looked up to a couple artists? Where did you get your sound from?
I got my sound partly from being in the studio with my father. That's the that background, that '80s background of the funk sound. My dad was and mom was in a group called RJ's Latest Arrival.
Okay.
So from there, the rest would be, just seeing Timberland produce. They recorded One in a Million at our studio. Watching Dilla and Slum, you know what I'm saying, and kind of just mixing it all together to craft, what would be my sound.
That is so dope. We got Slum Village in the building. Hey, somebody asked me, the DJ asked me, what's the best Coney Island in Detroit? They said they want to know. They want to know.
It's downtown National Coney Island or Lafayette Coney Island. They both downtown. They right by each other, next door to each other. Those are two of the best Coney Islands. Now, if you go into the hood, there's probably some in the hood that I miss. Like
TJ's used to be good on 8 Mile.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
People want to know.
Okay, yeah, those are my picks.
What about you, RJ? Same thing?
Yeah, those are in TJ's on 8 Mile is good. TJ's Coney Island. Yeah, them would be the ones I would go to. Now, it's probably some other ones that's fire, but those would be my go-tos.
You always got to go to the go-to, right? Do you feel comfortable there? Everybody know your name?
Yeah. I don't think they know my name, but yeah, I do feel comfortable.
Oh, they know your name. They know it. They see the face. So do you guys still in Detroit? Are you still like living there, reside there?
Yes, we still live in Detroit. Yes, for sure.
How hard is that to stay in the town that you grew up in and knowing that you got the well means to move somewhere else?
Well, I'm not.
You've been everywhere.
I'm not in a hood where I was. I'm not in Coney Gardens. I did step my game up, but
well, I know. I figured that.
But it's the Detroit area. You know what I'm saying? I love Detroit. You know what I'm saying? And Detroit has definitely evolved in the last 10 years. Our downtown that got crazy now. We just got a Hudson's building built. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So I love my city. I love Detroit. I wouldn't. I thought about moving, and I was like, nah, I love my city too much, for sure.
Right. Right. It is dope. People ask me why I moved back to Cleveland. I say, well, because I love Cleveland. Like it changed. The same people that building stuff in Detroit are the same people that's building stuff in Cleveland. So like you start to see that. I don't know if you guys, my homegirl Goldie live in Detroit. She's a writer for Chris Brown and them guys.
Oh, that's dope. No,
She actually
I haven't
resides in
ran into
Detroit.
her yet.
Yeah, name is Goldie. You can catch her. She wrote every time she'll fly to LA for 3 days, right with Chris Brown and them team, and fly right back.
Oh, that's
Oh,
dope.
okay.
That's dope.
Now she says she ain't from Detroit. She just says she loves Detroit.
Oh
Oh,
man.
that's what. That's dope. That's
And
dope.
I go through Detroit a lot. Like my wife went to Michigan State, so like she got
Okay.
family in Detroit. We got family in Detroit, so we go through it a lot. So I love the music scene. And listen, I appreciate you guys hopping on with me, man. This is an honor. Slum Village, the legendary group, and you guys need a book. I don't know, how do we book a date in Cleveland? What we got to do? Like what's the who we
Oh,
got
no,
to contact?
we're gonna make it happen. I'm gonna talk to my manager. We're gonna make it happen because he definitely want us to come. He loves us to come to Cleveland. So yeah, we're gonna make it happen.
Yeah, let us know, man. And I appreciate you guys. And the album is phenomenal. I gotta digest it a little bit, so I gotta listen to it again a couple of more times. I'm not one of them guys listen to it once. I gotta listen to it at least 10 to 15 times to digest all the content from it.
Oh no. Make sure you listening to it 30 times.
I got it. You don't gotta listen. It's already I got it. I got you. Don't gotta worry about it. It's already in the playlist.
Thank you
There we
so
go.
much, man, for having us, though, for sure.
No, I appreciate you guys. Listen, when you guys come to Cleveland, I'll make sure we get you guys up at the station. We have a real live station interview. And you know, that'll be an honor. So
Thank you
Let's
so
do it.
much, man. Yeah, let's do
appreciate
it.
you guys. Have a
Yep.
good one.
You
Yep.
too.
All right. That was Slum Village, everybody. Slum Village in the building. Legendary group. Legendary group, man. I love it. I've been blessed. And sometimes you just got to be happy that you're blessed to be able to do some things. And yeah, blessed. That was good. I loved it. Do we got to talk about Diddy? Sean Combs, do I got to talk about him? I mean, he's a slime ball. The apology was whack. We need to get deeper. Listen, that is a 2-hour talk. I can't talk about him right now because it is a lot to digest and there's a lot to get into. Because there's so many different things we got to talk about. We got to talk about his past relationships. We got to talk about it. That's what happens when men of power, and they feel like they're bigger than the system. Bigger than the system. And let's applaud Cassie. Let's applaud Cassie and pray, because that is only one video that we seen, one captured of footage that we seen compared to how many years she endured sexual, mental, and physical abuse. Right? Regardless, he put his hands on a female, on a woman. And now when we go back to the court papers, this was exactly what she said happened. So everything else in that court papers or court documents or things that she said it was done, I have to believe everything about it. They shout out to my guy Roger Bonds that also co-signed a lot of things that went down that he knows that went down. You can accept his apology if you want. It's a little late of being accountable. And listen, I ain't the one to talk about being held accountable because there's some things I did in my past that I need to be held accountable for. And I have. And I fessed up to them. And I'm accountable for them. Right? What's going to happen? He's going to get canceled. It doesn't hurt him until you hurt his money. Now, the feds ran into his crib, got some information about some other stuff. Where there's smoke, there's fire. So it could be more things that come out now. Because he looked in his eye, he looked defeated. He looked very, very defeated. Craziness. And he is. He might as well go ahead and sell his catalog and just get out of it. Give everybody they publishing back and everything and just disappear. That's the only thing he could do right now is just disappear. There's nothing else he can do at this point. Apologize to everybody and disappear off the face of this earth and never come back. And everybody else said they seen signs and knew this was happening. Listen, I don't want anybody else saying anything to what they're saying and know, because it's people in your backyard right now. It's people in your family right now that's doing physical, mental, sexual, domestic abuse to your own family members, and you're not saying anything about it. So those guys I don't want to hear from. Let's give positive energy to the victims. Right now, the victim, Cassie, but I'm pretty sure if there's one, there's other. J-Lo still didn't speak on it. We could go all the way back to Kim, God rest her soul. What she endured through them years. Because this just doesn't happen right here. It happened in previous years. How much hush money does he have out there? That's the question. That is. That's the question. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate Slum Village. Appreciate everything. We'll be back. You already know what it is.